Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a get it all done video. I like to call mine get some of it done because I feel like there's always more that I wish I could have gotten done or had wanted to get done. So this is a get some of it done video, and it takes the place over a couple of days. So this is the day before Valentine's Day, and I am just getting together my kids' Valentine's baskets while they are napping. I tend to go overboard with things like Christmas and holidays. I want to make it magical, and so I found myself doing that with Valentine's Day. So I'm trying to rein it in a little bit, and something that I'm going to attempt to stick to is to give my kids a book, something that they need, and then a toy. So the water bottles were something that they needed. The bath toys were honestly also something that they needed, since I threw away all of their old toys that were getting moldy and gross, and we needed to replace them, but that's their toy. And then a book. I do love Valentine's books and Easter books, like themed books, but those are something that I don't tend to give or gift on the actual holiday, because I feel like those books are books that you want to read leading up to the holiday. So I just got my kids some books that I thought that they would like. The Usborne books are really good. My kids are into the sound books and the like Don't Tickle the whatever books. So those were books that I got my kiddos. I got them a Simply Modern water bottle, since they're obsessed with drinking out of mine, and I should have known, but they're still obsessed with drinking out of mine and not really obsessed with theirs yet, but there's hope still. And then just some finger puppet bath toys. I just took a mini overview the night before Valentine's Day just to show you kind of what it looked like. I wanted my kids to be able to wake up and walk down to this, and then a little treat for my husband too. My mom always made things magical and special, and so that is my goal here with my kiddos. So that was the night before, but back to daytime, and I am unloading the dryer and then going to transfer some clothes. I feel like laundry can be never ending, and I'm starting to get very overwhelmed by doing all my laundry on the same day. So I switched my gears a little bit. So on Thursdays normally I do towels, but I'm going to do towels and then mine and my husband's clothes on Thursdays. Hopefully I can get those washed, dried, folded, and put away, and then on Fridays I'll do my kids' clothes, and then on Sunday I'm gonna do sheets and then another load of like all of our clothes together, but we'll see how that works. I know some people do one load a day and that works really well for them, but I don't always get to the laundry every single day, so I would hate for piles to just like keep piling up, because I do get like clothes mountain, and that stresses me out terribly. If I can get it folded quickly after it comes out of the dryer, I normally have success. It's when it sits in a basket for a little bit of time, then we start to run into problems. Now I am getting out some presents that I have for my daughter. So this is February 13th and her birthday is February 18th. So very close to Valentine's Day. So that gets a little bit tricky for me too, and I think it's super close to Christmas, which, you know, she doesn't need anything. But I had some presents from Christmas that I didn't end up gifting her, that I saved in just a bin in the basement. And then I ordered those dresses, that little unicorn toy. She's obsessed with the TV show Unicorn Academy, so she's going to love that. And then the tennis shoes. Now these toys are toys that I had bought for Valentine's Day, but upon some self-reflection, I realized I was going over the top. So those are being put away for Easter. I'm thinking the Easter Bunny will be gifting those. So now I am wrapping up these presents for my daughter's birthday, just so I don't have to worry about that the night before her birthday. These can just be wrapped and hiding in my closet until the special day. if you're new here, Josie is my first, and that is who is turning 3 in just a couple days. I honestly can't believe it. I know probably every mom says this, but it truly, you know, the days are long and the years are short, because I feel like I just gave birth to her and now she's turning 3. I can't believe it. We've been touring preschools and we made a decision and paid the enrollment fee and signed her up for preschool. It's only 2 days a week for 3 hours, but I'm just like, I can't believe it. And she's so excited because she wants to make a friend and so badly, and I can't wait to like provide that opportunity for her by going to school. But it's gonna be sad not having her there. I'm sure it will be nice too, you know, because I'll be able to do things and hopefully spend that time, you know, getting things done or bonding with my son. So again, for those of you who are new here, my son is 18 months old and I had my kids 18 months apart. So it's been hectic, chaotic, but I feel like wonderfully blessed at the same time. So yeah, so hopefully when she's in preschool, I can use that time for some one-on-one time with him, because he rarely, if at all, gets one-on-one time with me. So I would love to build that bond with him and feel extra connected with him like I do with my daughter, who is just connected at my hip at all times. This is now a new day and I am making red velvet banana bread muffins, and this is a new brand called Go Nanas. It's a clean brand and it's like free of a bunch of major allergens, so egg-free, dairy-free, and I'm really excited to try this. These turned out really good. I would have never guessed it had like totally clean ingredients. Now it is like a packaged like dessert, so it's an indulgence. I wouldn't eat these every single day, but it's just fun to make and kind of cool to have these in stock that I can use as kind of a sweet treat when I need it, but to also not feel like guilty or bad that I'm eating something that is going to inflame my body. I am very sensitive to almonds and eggs especially, but also whey protein, cow's milk, and a bunch of other things. So I'm just trying to avoid those as best as possible without being neurotic. And I'm going to a Valentine's Day, and my job is to bring the dessert board. So I'm trying to bring options that, one, people will love and think are tasty, but two, I have a couple other friends that are trying to be gluten-free and dairy-free, so I'm trying to also bring options for them and myself. And I just think that this is such a good thing to bring, because if you don't tell anyone, I doubt they would even be able to tell that it is free of all of those different things, because it really is tasty and an indulgent treat. Totally random, but if you do not have a cookie dough scooper that, like I'm using to scoop out the batter into these muffin tins, and you like to bake or you frequently bake, you need to pick one up immediately. It's totally sped up the process of putting batter into, you know, like the cupcake tins and punching out cookie dough balls. It truly makes the process much easier and way more like clean and seamless. So check one out, see if you can get it. I'm sure you can get them cheap on Amazon. I got mine from my mom, so a hand-me-down, and it still is worth every like single penny I'm sure that you will spend on it. Not to be over the top or dramatic, but if mine were to break, I would probably stop what I was doing and immediately find one off Amazon and order it. The night before Valentine's Day, I had my house totally reset except for some laundry, of course. But my son actually woke up with a really bad cough, and we ended up taking him to the hospital. He's totally fine, and the hospital trip was just a precaution, and he didn't even end up, needing anything. But he had croup symptoms, and so the nurse that I spoke to just wanted us to go in and get him checked out to make sure that he didn't need any steroids or anything, which he didn't. Thankfully, he was fine, and he's definitely on the mend. My daughter has croup as well. She's got that wheezing and the seal cough, but we're making our way through it and on the mend. So my house was totally clean until we started going through bouts of not sleeping. I think my husband slept 3 hours and I slept 4 the night that Jax went to the hospital. So it's been wearing on us. So this house needed some TLC today, and we are taking the time to do it. My husband's playing with the kiddos. We ended up backing our cars out of our garage and closing the door and playing in the garage. We are going a little stir crazy here in the Midwest. It is just freezing cold. I feel like sometimes we get pockets of decent weather where we can go outside starting in February, but it really has just been bitter cold. We had one glorious, beautiful 70-degree day, and then it's just been cold ever since. So we are getting creative and letting the kids run around in the garage was a really good change of pace and helped them with some of their independent play and help them not get bored as quickly with their things and their toys. So I am washing the dishes, hand washing everything. I don't normally hand wash everything, but we got really backed up. So our dishwasher was completely full, and it was currently like in the middle of a cycle. So I am hand washing everything. I know I could wait and just run the dishwasher a second time, but it really drives me nuts when things are left in my sink. So I just went ahead and washed it all. I've got everything put away and everything wiped down. Now I'm just restocking our beverage fridge. I need to put this disclaimer out there. In a minute, you're going to see me loading up soda, and there's nothing against soda. If you drink soda and you love it, that's great. I just wanted to say we don't normally drink this much soda, but we were supposed to have Josie's birthday dinner with my side of the family But since the kids have croup and they're not feeling 100%, we were exhausted, we decided to just push that a week back. My family lives 15 minutes away from us, maybe 20, and so they totally didn't mind just pushing that back, and we will see them next weekend. And honestly, I will probably be at my mom's house with my kids this week, hanging out with her at some point. It's such a blessing to have family close by and to have, you know, your village to actually be able to like be there and to support you. And I feel so lucky that I get to have my mom so close to me. I always tell Jared that we can move away and we can go to the beach and we can do all that, but I have to make sure my mom comes with me. So I hope my kids have, you know, the same relationship and attachment and respect for me that I do for my mom. That's the hope and that's the goal. Moving on to some planning. I think it's just always so good to put pen to paper. I'm such a hard copy kind of person. Even when I was a teacher, I could not do a digital planner. I could not do digital lessons. I needed to write it down. I needed to hold it in my hand and see it myself. And I'm the same way now when it comes to organizing my kids, my family, my home. And so this planner has been a game changer, and it's really just one big brain dump. You're just putting down like all of the things that you need to do into categories and sections. And I even write out like my own brain dump on the side of anything that I think of throughout the week or doesn't fit into a section. Sometimes like the things I write in that brain dump set area could go into a different section, but I think it's good just to have like an open-ended spot that you can write things down in. I also like to draw arrows indicating that I'm tossing something to the next week, because it's always just a goal to get some of these things done each week, but it's never an expectation to get all of the things done. It's nice to get like your ideas and thoughts out onto paper. So I have a closed mountain again. We meet again at the bottom of closed mountain. So I'm just trying to get through these 4 loads of laundry and get them folded during my kids' nap. And a way that I'm trying to like combat doing like housework while they're sleeping is that I'm also watching YouTube videos. My husband's hanging out in the room with me since it is the weekend. He's not working, and I'm using this time to reset my house and pour into myself. And my kids slept for a long time today, so I was able to get, I'm not kidding you, everything done on my tasks that I wanted to get done. So I felt so happy to just like be done with everything. And I was so grateful that I did work during their nap time. If you watched some of my videos before, you might have heard me say, if you can do it while they're awake, do it while your kids are awake. But right now, my kids are a little moody and tired since they're sick, and so I would not be able to get this huge pile of laundry done. So I just decided to bite the bullet and do it during nap time, and it ended up working out great. While I'm getting the clothes put away, I just wanted to take this time to say thank you for clicking on this video and choosing to watch it. It means the world that you even clicked on it, and it means even more if you've made it all the way to the end of the video and decided to hang out with me today. I so appreciate it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I post a bunch of cleaning, decluttering, some baking content, and we're just here to uplift each other and to take some time to fill our cup and give each other motivation. So whether you turn this video on and cleaned with me, or if you turn this on and sat on your couch, I think both of those things are so important and good for you. So we are just here to uplift each other and encourage each other, and I hope that you all have a wonderful week and come back next week for a new video. Bye.